Hi, you guys. All right. Book number 3 in our Citizen Book series is called Me, Jane. And you can see that it won the Silver Caldecott Medal, which means that it was runner-up. Somebody beat her out. I'm not sure who. And this is by Patrick McDonnell. There's the end papers, which are pretty cool. Okay, the title page. And you might notice that there are drawings, and these drawings are going to be all over the book. So there's going to be this kind that are fairly, well, that's like an African drawing. This one, which is very detailed, but they're very light. And then these, which are kind of cartoony. And then you notice a photograph. So normally when we see photographs in books, what do we think? If you said, oh, we think it's nonfiction, you're right. But I don't know if this is nonfiction or not, so we'll talk about that at the end. Oh, there's this kind of picture too, these really light ones, which are also very realistic. So see, here's one right here. Jane had a stuffed toy chimpanzee named Jubilee. She cherished Jubilee and took him everywhere she went. And Jane loved to be outside. So here are the light pictures. A house and trees and a leaf. And then here she is with Jubilee outside her house. She watched birds making their nests, spiders spinning their webs, and squirrels chasing one another up and down trees. Miss Marcus was saying those look like her squirrels. And then here's this. Let's see, you can barely see those light pictures. This one's the lightest. And there's one. Oh, squirrels. Jane learned all that she could about the animals and plants she studied in her backyard and read about in books. So I kept saying when I read this out loud the other day that she looks like she's doing closer look. Remember when we used to do that for one of our stations? And here's some cool drawings. Oh, and then this doesn't have any words. But there's all sorts of stuff on here. So this one says the Wild Bird Puzzle. And there's this whole puzzle. Then there's like an old photograph of an alligator or a postcard. It says the Alligator Society. And there's some close-up drawings, like she might have done a closer look. And here's some stuff. There's that drawing of the bird. Ooh, and study of animals. There's all sorts of cool stuff. One day, curious Jane wondered where eggs came from. So she and Jubilee snuck into Grandma Nut's chicken coop. ... Uh-oh. When you sneak, are you behaving? I don't think so. Here's the light pictures. Chickens. Hid behind some straw. Stayed very still. ... and observed the miracle. Oh, there's an egg. And this page just has lots of eggs on it. It was a magical world full of joy and wonder, and Jane felt very much a part of it. We were saying, look at all those chicks. I think there were 10 of them. So they had 3 more chicks than we did. We had 6, I think. So they had 4 more. Jane often climbed her favorite tree, which she named Beech. She would lay her cheek against its trunk and seem to feel the sap flowing beneath the bark. There's the pretty light pictures. And there's Jane. So I asked the group if they were tree climbers, and Ella said she has a good tree. She even showed it to us in her yard that she can climb. So I'm wondering if the rest of you can climb trees like Jane can. I would guess a few of you do. Oliver B., I'd pin you as a tree climber. Jane could feel her own heart beating, beating, beating. Look, there's like a real heart, and then there's Valentine's hearts. This one's the real one. With the wind in her hair, she read and reread the books about Tarzan of the Apes, in which another girl, also named Jane, lived in the jungles of Africa. Here's some African drawings. Woof, look at that one. That is one good drawing, huh? Here's Jane. And look what's appeared in her yard. Do you think that really happened? Oh, wait, that's not it yet. Hold on. Never mind. Now look what's appeared in her yard. I was a page ahead of myself. Huh. Jane dreamed of a life in Africa too. Dot, dot, dot. So there she is dreaming. There's Africa on the map. We were wondering why there was a boat instead of an airplane, and we think that this might have taken place quite a while ago, and she would have had to go to Africa in a boat instead of on a plane, because they weren't invented yet. A life living with and helping all animals. And there she is, swinging through the forest on a vine, which is what Tarzan of the Apes did, and Jane, so she's imagining herself doing that. At night, Jane would tuck Jubilee into bed, say her prayers. There's the moon, some planets. And fall asleep. Dot, dot, dot. Look carefully. Huh? Look. It's different than this page. She's still in bed. This bed is different than this bed. What happened? She looks older too. And look, you can see the outside from her bed this time. To awake one day, dot, dot, dot. To her dream come true. And all of a sudden we have a photograph again. Guess what? This is a nonfiction book. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And this person is named Jane, and her full name is Jane Goodall. And let's see what's on the last page. There is a lot to read, but there is a photograph, and that was Jane when she was little with Jubilee. And then here she is now. And she is a famous scientist. She was one of the first women to go to Africa. In those days, women did not go by themselves to Africa. And she went anyway, and she studied chimpanzees. She was really into them, probably because of Jubilee, right? And she studied them, and now she's written tons of books about them. She figured out all sorts of scientific things that people didn't know before. And also right now, she runs a group called Roots and Shoots, where kids can join and study chimpanzees and donate money and earn money to help animals. So she has this cool group. And then there's this page, and that is a drawing of a tent. And down below it, it says, this page features a cartoon that Jane Goodall made of her life in the forest of the Gombe Stream Game Reserve. Readers will also find 2 facing pages of drawings and puzzles that Jane herself created when, as a young girl, she led a club called the Alligator Society. Throughout the book, ornamental engravings from the 19th and early 20th centuries are included, collectively evoking Jane's lifelong passion for detailed scientific observations of nature. So she did do closer look. And what's crazy is these drawings were all drawings that Jane did when she was a kid. Just like you guys did at Closer Look. Maybe you guys are going to become scientists. Now, my cool thing about Jane Goodall is that I got to meet her. So when I was working in South Africa, she came to talk to our school, and because I was librarian, I was in charge of her. And when she came to our school, she was kind of grouchy. I don't know what happened. But she did a very cool talk for our school. And then when she left, she gave me some letters to mail. So I always tell everybody I was Jane Goodall's personal postman. I got to mail her letters for her. So it was very cool. So get out your citizen sheet and see if you think Jane Goodall is the best citizen. Okay, bye.